2019, a violent storm covered the lonely highways of Nevada. Rain hammered the empty roads. And somewhere in the darkness, a man was driving towards something he would never forget. His name was Adam, a 28-year-old YouTuber who explored haunted places across America. His channel, Night Truth Files. But on that night, Adam was about to become part of his own horror story. Suddenly, his GPS stopped working. No signal, no internet, nothing, only endless rain, and complete darkness. Then, through the storm, he saw an old flickering sign beside the road. Black Moon Motel, 1 mile. Adam sighed nervously. Guess I'll stay there until morning. A few minutes later, he arrived. The motel looked abandoned. The neon sign buzzed weakly. Half the letters were broken. And in the parking lot, only one dusty black car sat silently in the rain, as if it had never moved for years. Adam slowly stepped inside the lobby. Behind the front desk sat an old man. Pale skin, white eyes, and a strange smile that didn't feel human. The old man looked directly at Adam, and whispered, "Room 13, the only room available." Something about the place felt wrong. Very wrong. But the storm outside left Adam with no choice. He grabbed the key, and walked upstairs. The moment he entered the room, slam, the door shut behind him by itself. Adam froze. The room suddenly felt ice cold. Then, an old television turned on by itself. Static filled the screen, loud, violent. Then slowly, a figure appeared. A tall man with long wet hair. No eyes, only empty black holes. Adam grabbed the remote, but the TV wouldn't turn off. Then the screen changed again. Now it showed room 13 itself. And inside the TV, Adam could see himself sitting on the bed. But behind him, someone was standing there. Adam's breathing stopped. Slowly, he turned around. Nothing. The room was empty. Then, a whisper came from the bathroom. Soft, broken, terrifying. "Don't look under the bed." Adam's heart nearly stopped, because he knew he was supposed to be alone. And then, the bathroom door slowly creaked open by itself. Adam slowly walked toward the bathroom. The door opened completely. Nobody was inside, only a cracked mirror hanging above the sink. But written across the glass, in dripping red letters, were the words, "You should have left." Fear rushed through Adam's body. He immediately ran into the hallway, but stopped. Something had changed. The hallway looked longer now. Much longer. The lights flickered violently above him, and every single door had the same number painted on it. Adam started running. Faster, faster, but the hallway never ended. Then, he heard footsteps behind him. Thud, 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 slow, heavy, getting closer. Adam turned around, and his blood turned cold. The eyeless man from the television was standing there, floating silently in the darkness. Moving toward him, Adam screamed and rushed back into room 13. He slammed the door shut, collapsed onto the bed, trying to breathe. Then, he heard something underneath him. Breathing, wet, slow. Adam's hands began shaking. He turned on his flashlight. Very slowly, he looked under the bed, and saw a woman staring directly at him. Her eyes were pale white. Her jaw looked broken. Dark rope marks covered her neck. Then suddenly, she smiled, and screamed, "He keeps them here." Adam fell backward in terror. At that exact moment, every light in the room went out. Darkness swallowed everything, but inside the darkness, something was moving around him. Walking, circling him slowly. Then, a voice whispered directly into his ear. "Room 13 never lets anyone leave." The lights suddenly turned back on. Adam gasped. The old receptionist was now sitting quietly beside the window, watching him, smiling. Slowly, the old man tossed an old photograph onto the floor. Adam picked it up. It was the same woman from under the bed. On the back of the photo were faded words, "Missing since 1987. And underneath, the motel owner's name. The same old man sitting in front of him. Adam finally realized the truth. This man was never human. But the nightmare wasn't over yet. Because suddenly, the television switched on again. And this time, it showed Adam standing inside the room. But Adam was already there. So who was the other version of him on the screen? The Adam inside the television slowly smiled. Then he spoke. "He trapped me too." Adam's hands trembled. The old man began laughing. A dry, broken, inhuman laugh. Then he whispered, "Every soul stays here forever." Suddenly, part of the wall slid open by itself. Behind it, a hidden staircase led underground. Adam forced himself to move forward. Step by step, he entered the basement. The smell was unbearable, rotting, wet, dead. Old photographs covered the walls. Every picture showed missing people. And beneath every photo, the same horrifying words: checked in, never checked out. Adam's breathing became heavier. As he moved deeper inside, he discovered piles of old cameras, phones, bags, belongings from dozens of victims. People had come here before him. None of them escaped. At the end of the basement, there was one final room. Adam slowly pushed the door open and froze. Human skeletons covered the floor. And standing in the middle of the room was the ghost woman. But now, she looked peaceful, almost human. She stared directly at Adam and whispered, "He killed us all." Then she revealed the truth. Back in 1987, the motel owner secretly murdered travelers and hid their bodies beneath the building. But before the police could catch him, he took his own life inside room 13. His evil spirit remained trapped there forever. Anyone who entered the room became part of the motel. The ghost woman slowly handed Adam an old rusted key. "Burn the room, or he'll never stop." Adam ran upstairs, but the old receptionist was waiting for him. Only now, he no longer looked human. His arms stretched unnaturally long. His face twisted into something monstrous. Black hollow eyes stared directly into Adam's soul. The creature screamed. Adam grabbed a gasoline can nearby and poured it everywhere. The monster rushed toward him. Adam lit the lighter. Whoosh! Flames exploded across the motel instantly. The creature let out a horrifying scream as fire consumed the building. Adam barely escaped outside alive. As morning sunlight rose over the desert, police finally arrived. But when Adam pointed toward the motel, the officers looked confused. There was nothing there. No building. No fire. Only an empty field. Then one officer quietly said, "Black Moon Motel burned down in 1987. Adam's face slowly turned pale. Because the place he stayed in the night before had supposedly been destroyed 32 years ago.